Well, hello, how are you? This is Rosa, Arts Educations. How's it going? Hey, let me get back in frame. How's it going? I'm bringing to you a quick little video. You know, we had, for Thanksgiving, 2 days ago, we had ham. And so, we have a whole bunch of ham, because it's just hubby and I, and we had my little brother come over. So, I'm turning this into ham and potato soup in the crock pot. So what I have in here is chicken broth, potatoes. I diced all the ham. Girl, I cannot handle fat. So it took me an hour and a half to get all the fat off the pieces of ham. Okay, I left some of them are on there, but most of them, 99% of them, the fat is off the ham. Because when I bite into this, I don't want to bite into any fat, because that just ruins it for me. So I can't handle it. And I've added some dehydrated celery. I've also got green onions. And I also have, let me get one. Right there is my pressure canned celery that I pressure canned 2 years ago. I've got 2 more jars and I'm totally done with that pressure canned celery. So you just put this on I'm doing this Crockpot method because I just kind of want to relax and chill. It's a little cold today, not a whole lot, but you know, it's 2 days after Thanksgiving. We're just taking a chill pill, so. Oh, and I just added, it was kosher salt that was added to it, so. This has just got the ham, pieces of ham, diced potatoes, diced carrots, chopped up green onion. I used the green stalk of I just used the green part. I didn't do the white part of the green onion, just the green part, because hubby really isn't into onions, and I know he doesn't, but at least the green ones he could take out. And celery. And that's it for right now. And I'll bring you back when we come to the next phase, which is coming in. In fact, I'll show you the recipe. I got this off the internet. Slow cooker ham and potato soup. And the next thing is after I do this, it's going to cook on low for 7 to 8 hours or on high to 4 to 5. And of course, I'll have a pop-up and I'll have a full description in the description box. But it says after it's 4 or 5 after your cooking time, use a potato masher, mash about 1/3 of the potatoes. Don't worry, the ham won't really mash that much. I'm not going to do that because hubby and I love chunks of potato, so we're skipping that part. Then we're going to add the flour, heavy cream and milk, heavy cream or milk, and sour cream and stir everything together. Then we're going to cover and cook again on high for 15 minutes. And then it's ready to eat. This whole thing, if you follow it, it's going to be 386 calories. 34 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein, 21 grams of fat. And the entire recipe calls for 8 cups of russet potatoes, diced, 1 yellow onion, 2 large carrots, peeled and chopped, 1/4 cup chopped celery, 16 ounces of cubed ham, 1 teaspoon kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon coarse ground black pepper, 1/4 cup flour, 4 cups of chicken broth, 1½ cups of heavy cream. You could also substitute for milk if you don't have heavy cream. And then 1/4 cup of sour cream. So that's pretty darn good and easy, I think. So that's a thumbs up for me. Anything easy is good for me. Then what I did, let me turn you around, with my ham bone, let me make sure you're in. Yeah, you're in focus. I am making ham broth. And I've got, let me just show you. And I'm going to use the same spoon because it's ham anyway. So I've got the carrot peelings from the carrots that I sliced for the soup. I got the leftover ham, all the ham pieces of the ham fat, the whole shebang, because I want this to have a really good ham flavor. Got some bay leaves in here. On this slow cooker ham stock recipe, it asks for ham bone plus any trimmings, which that's in here. 2 3 cups celery stalks, that's in here. Or 1/2 a small celery root. 2 carrots, a head of garlic cut in half, 1 teaspoon of peppercorn, 2 yellow onions, 1/4 bunch of parsley. I'm skipping the parsley because I just don't care for that in broth. 2 bay leaves that's in here, and 10 cups of water. But I'm going to show you. I'm trying to get it out. I should have done this earlier before I turned it on, but I forgot. So I want to show you my ham bone. There we go. There it is. See that? Okay, it's not overly hot. Look at that. See, that's that ham bone? I cut as much as I could off the bone. And I will come and stir about every 2 hours. I will come and check it, and I will do a total stir. When I do all my broths, vegetable, beef, chicken, I like to do that every 2 hour thing, except for when I do it overnight. Then I just go to bed. But, so this is going to sit and simmer here in the crock pot. At least, you set it on low for 6 hours. I'm probably going to do it until tomorrow night, just because I know I want to get as much flavor, and it's not going to hurt any because it's on low. So more than likely, I'm going to do this until tomorrow morning. Then I'll take it out. I'll strain all the goodies out of it and put it in a container, put it in the fridge, go to church, come back. The top layer of the fat will rise to the container. Then I can scoop all that fat out. Then I can put it in my mason jars and pressure can it so they will be shelf stable. So the whole point of the video is, with one ham, we had Thanksgiving dinner. Now we're going to have, that's going to be enough at least for 4 or 5 days, for sure, okay, for me and hubby. Ham and potato soup, and then I'm going to be making some ham broth. So we got 3 things out of 1 expensive piece of ham. So we'll bring it back when we come to the next phase on the soup and the next phase on the broth. Okay, so we'll bring it back when we get to that part. Okay, we are back. So what I've done now is I mixed 1½ cups of heavy cream, or if you don't have heavy cream, you can use milk, and 1/4 cup of sour cream, and 1/4 cup of flour. And I mixed everything in my little cup with my little whisk. Then I just poured it in here. Now you have to stir it pretty well, and you leave it here. If you put it on slow, you want to put it on high for 15 minutes. Then at the end of 15 minutes, you're ready to eat. But I've got all the way to the very top, so I'm mixing it slowly because I want to make sure it all gets mixed up really well. The flour, the wet ingredients that I just put in here, sour cream, and the heavy whipping cream. Smells so good. So I'm going to continue to stir until I make sure it's all mixed up pretty darn good. Set my timer for 15 minutes. My potatoes are all soft, and like I said, the recipe does say to mash the potatoes, but hubby and I like whole potatoes, so we're going to keep them whole. But if you want to mash the potatoes before you put the cream in. The heavy cream and the sour cream and the flour mixture. Okay? But I'm choosing not to do that. And of course, see my mess I spilt. See that? On the end of the bowl. Whoops, let me get you in frame. See that right there? I spilt. And I got some on my floor, so as soon as I'm through stirring, I gotta clean my mess up. And then I'm going to set my timer, which is already on the timer anyway. But I'm going to give it 15 minutes from the total complete stir because I wanted to give it time to thicken up. But see how it's no longer, let me bring it closer. See how it's all nice and soupy? It's not all clumpy from the hot liquid touching the cold liquid, which was the heavy cream and all that, because you want to continue to stir, 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 stir until all that is taken away. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good. Let me go get I'm gonna go get a wet towel, and I'm gonna clean up my mess, and then we'll bring it back for the taste test. Okay, we'll bring it back in a few. Okay, we are back. It's been 15 minutes. Oh, looks good. And it smells good. And look, all the little stirrings off the top of it, it looks real creamy. It's not all chunky from the cold item hitting the hot ingredients. Let me move this. I don't want to get a bunch of dribbles. I'm going to get some broth in there. And of course you season it to taste. Let me get a napkin because of course it dribbles, it's soup. So let me pour hubby so his will cool off a little bit in time for him to eat, while I let mine cool off a bit so I can do the taste test. It's really nice when you can have one piece of meat make at least more than 2 meals, which is really nice. So we've got the ham. The main course was the ham for our Thanksgiving dinner. And then I diced it up, the leftovers, to make this ham and potato soup. See that? Oop, I almost spilt. Let me get a spoon. Hubby's spoon for his. Here's mine. And then I got the bread. I put a link, my first time making this honey wheat bread. It's not, yeah, it's bread, but I did it like a roll. It's supposed to be the copycat of the Cheesecake Factory bread. And look at that. Didn't that turn out pretty? Of course, I definitely need to learn how to roll the dough out so it doesn't have the little overlaps. But you know, the main thing is it tastes good and it looks pretty. But look at this. I'm going to show you. This was 2 days ago. Smells good. This is really good. So, let me push it back just a little bit. And I'm going to do the taste. I'm not going to pick this up because I don't want to dribble because it's hot. So I got, let me get a good paste. Here I've got ham, potatoes, my celery. Oh, let me get a carrot. I'm going to go through that. Look at that. But see how it's steaming? Now, I will tell you, I need add some salt. Oh, I have my salt right here. This is that pink Himalayan salt. I'm going to put over here next to hubby so I can put some on his. And I definitely think we should add some ground black pepper. But again, everybody does their own on their seasonings. So let me stir that up just a little bit. Because other than the little pinch of salt at the beginning of the cooking, I didn't add any other seasonings to it. Sorry about that, but I had a root canal done a couple years ago, and ever since then, I get pieces of meat caught. I hate that. I will never have to do a root canal ever again. My first one and my last one. Okay, so let's do the taste test. A little piece of carrot, a little piece of ham, a little piece of potato. That's what it needed, that extra thing of salt. So anyway, let me bring this up. This is my take of, let me back it up, ham and potato soup in a crock pot with homemade honey wheat bread. Thank you so much for watching. We catch you in the next video. We're going to go eat now. Bye-bye. Alrighty, we are back. This is the third item that I made with the ham that we had for Thanksgiving. The first one was we had ham for Thanksgiving dinner. The second one was I made ham and potato soup. This third one is I used the bones and the pieces of meat and ham to make a broth. I simmered it in a crock pot for almost 24 hours. And then I turned it into ham broth. Look at that. Just came out of the canner. I got 4.5 jars. I'm not for sure that little one's going to seal or not because it's not totally full, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens later tonight. And thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and give me a like and a comment. I'd love to know what you're doing with your ham or your turkey leftovers. Take care now. Bye-bye.